This is one of the fastest ways for you to make more progress in success, money, or really any area of life. It's to change your identity. It's not to actually do the things that you think you need to do to, level up the business. So for example, if you want to, make online income and get into a business, you'll probably think, okay, which business should I do? Should it be e-commerce or drop it shipping? And how do I do that? Okay, I've got to learn these skills again. How do I do this? You're probably doing it logically, how most people would. Most people actually never get any good level of success because they ignore this one mindset, which is to not try to change yourself logically, to not try to do those tactics, but rather to use psychology to change your identity. I know that this is going to seem wishy-washy, but I promise you right now, if you can believe me, this is way faster. Change your identity. So your identity is kind of like who you are. Right now, you are who you are, right? Let's say your name is Jack. You're 16 years old. You're in school. You've never really had a girlfriend before. You watch these videos like Andrew Tate and stuff, but you don't really implement the advice and everything, and you're struggling. You've been playing video games for a while, but you're trying to quit, but every now and then you go play with your, you know what I mean? So you're this guy, right? This guy, when he tries to go to the gym, what's going to happen? He'll go for maybe a day, or maybe he'll delay it. He'll procrastinate from going for a while, won't he? He'll get hyped by Andrew Tate and stuff, and then he just won't sign up for the gym because it's just too much to think about. He'll go on a run maybe once every 3 months. That's exactly what Jack would do, wouldn't he? But what if Jack started to pretend that he was Adonis? What if Jack thought to himself, what would Adonis do? What would Andrew Tate do? What would Hamza do? What if Jack, every time he had this decision, he thought to himself, okay, what would these role models that he wants to be more like do in this situation? You see, becoming successful is literally just about the decisions you make. Does that make sense? Decision making, right? That's like when you make these micro decisions. Do I eat this cake or do I eat the protein? Do I go for the run or don't? Do I work really hard right now or watch TikToks, right? Literally, life is just decision making, right? Now, we make decisions based on who we are. You make decisions based on who you are. And that has gotten you to the point of life, to the results that you have. That's probably not such a good thing. So why don't we just shortcut the process and start to just make decisions as if we are the person that we want to be? So Jack, and we'll rename Jack to Jeffrey. I don't know why I didn't just call him Jeffrey in the beginning, but let's say Jeffrey, instead of him navigating his life and using his own, intuition and his own feelings to decide to eat the junk food or not, or to play the video games or not, what if every micro decision he just kept on asking himself, what would Adonis do? What if you right now, through every decision you go through, ask yourself, what would Hamza do? Hamza would probably work hard. Hamza would probably not, Hamza wouldn't watch porn, so I'm not gonna. What would Hamza do? What if you went through every one of those micro decisions asking that question? And it doesn't need to be me. It could be some other role model for you, right? For me right now, I ask this question to myself multiple times a day, and I use, what would Alex Hormozi do? Alex Hormozi is this entrepreneur who's worth a lot of money, and I really look up to the guy, and I really I like his advice and everything. And so every time I have a decision, who to hire, what to do, what product to make, how much to charge this, I ask myself, what would Alex Hormozi do? Yeah, he'd charge this actually at a high price. He'd make it on his school quite expensive. That's what he said in his book, is charge higher prices and then make it worth it. What would Alex Hormozi do? This is the fastest way for you to make some progress, is to just form a new identity. And the way that you do that is to make more decisions based on that identity. It's as simple as this. This is it's so easier to just do this. When you're trying to make those habits, you're trying to be good, you're trying to do the good habits, you're trying to stop the bad habits. It can feel really hard to do that. You can slip up so many times. That's because you always make it with the bias of who you are. You make it as you are right now. But who you are right now, you're probably not totally happy with, are you? You'd probably be a lot happier if you became more like a certain role model. And this isn't to say that you should become just like them, you should, but if you became a lot more like Jordan Peterson, wise and intelligent, that would be a good thing. if you became a lot more like Andrew Tate, honestly, that would still be a very good thing. You know, it's controversial and stuff, but it's like, yeah, of course, you'd be extremely hardworking, successful, a guy who provides for his family, disciplined. It's like, yeah, you could go through your life right now just asking yourself, what would Andrew Tate do? What would Hamza do? What would Jordan Peterson do? Find the role model for you, and with every decision that you go through, ask yourself that question. I've got a piece of paper right here that I keep right in front of my computer, so you could do this the same thing. It's not even like, it doesn't even look good. I've literally just wrote it quickly. What would Alex Hormozi do? And then I've got my goal there. Make $1 million a month. That's my goal. So why don't you write a piece of paper right now and just tear it off and put it right in front of your desktop screen, or your workspace. What would this person do? And every decision that you go through, ask yourself in that lens, and then just do what that person would do. It makes it so much easier to be able to progress.